Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube. Folks, today we are going to be talking CKB. We'll start off on the 12-hour chart, but before we do, check me out on Twitter at Real6Fig. This is where I'm dropping news, information, charts, things I find interesting. And speaking of that, I do have this interview that's about to drop in the next week or so. I sat down with Nervous Network's Jordan Mack last weekend for a quick hour-and-a-half long interview. So to really vibe with Jordan within this interview was something truly special. He was the first person from Nervous Network to ever come on my channel, and that was because he was the first person I asked, and I couldn't have asked for a better guest to come on the channel. So I'm super excited for that. Subscribe so you don't miss out on that video. It's going to be huge. So getting back to CKB. Now, for those that haven't been watching the channel, or maybe you're new, we've got a situation where we got big time inverse head and shoulders on the chart. Cup and handle, you name it, you argue, whatever pattern you want, they are both present, clear as day. Let's throw up a little bit of pitchfork, because this is what we've been kind of using to gauge support and resistance over the last few videos. And I'm proud to say that CKB is really holding its own above this median line here. And we can just see, I just want to make sure that these levels, okay, everything looks pretty tuned in there. So you can see that CKB is holding above this median line, meaning we have entered the resistance zone. And now we have left the support zone. So this is good, because really the last time we were tangling in these levels and actually holding these levels was somewhere around May or June. So keep that in mind. This is 4 or 5 months in the making. And I want to just go ahead and elaborate that the last time we were creeping and playing around these levels before this huge run-up happened was right about here. And we are seeing the most similar price structure currently to then as we are now. For example, and I know I'm pointing this out quite a bit in the videos, but for the people that are new, you can kind of see that we had this little corrective wave here, this little hump here, and then it was off to the races. And you can kind of see some similarities here. Corrective wave, hump, off to the races. So I do think that we are sitting pretty. And to give you kind of an idea of where we are at, it's somewhere right in here, I suspect. So if we go ahead and just kind of measure off the bottom of this median line up to the top, let's just see how much gains were had during this time. So this thing did pull nearly a 4x, and so that is cool. So we went from about 0.009 up to about 0.045, somewhere in there. So if we run up another, let's just go 400%, just to see what happens, that would put us at or around a 12-cent CKB. And this number is a number that I've been kind of throwing around on the channel. And one other thing to kind of confirm it is that if we go ahead and throw up a little bit of, bear with me, Fibonacci extension. Got Trading View really lagging on me hard here. You can see that this 12-cent area is right around this 300% mark. So this is going to be interesting to see, A, if we go up and hit that, and B, if we hold it. And there's also kind of one other thing that we can do, is just throw up a straight pitchfork here. And this may or may not be the trajectory that we see price action kind of bounce around in over the next few weeks to months. So I do think that we will see CKB start climbing. And these climbs, folks, This is not an overnight thing. Sometimes it is, but these take a couple months. And still, when you increase price by this much over a couple months, you can see that it clearly had no capabilities of holding. So hopefully with this new base, we will see price action just kind of run straight up the ladder. And it wouldn't surprise me to see, let's just go ahead and throw up a little trend line here at all-time highs. It wouldn't surprise me to see all-time highs possibly hit somewhere in December or sooner. So I do think that from November, obviously 11th, to maybe December 12th is the time frame that this might occur. And it could take as long as January 25th if price action stays within this pitchfork. So there's a lot of bullish things to consider. Obviously, Bitcoin is going to really influence price action, not just with CKB, but around all of the altcoins. So, whatever Bitcoin does could dramatically impact what CKB is doing at any given point in time. But for now, folks, we are looking good. Like I was saying, we kind of have a little bit of a cup and handle possibly forming here on the 1 hour chart, and we may get a little Fibonacci or a little bit of channel sliver by default out of this. So it would be great to see some sort of ascending triangle just kind of build up and then move on to the next level. But like I was kind of saying, I do think that the 17th and 18th, 19th, somewhere in there, just based off the daily chart, is going to be crucial. I do think that once we start really kind of getting in towards the 17th, 18th, and 19th, we will be near this shoulder of the cloud to a point where we'll see price action kind of rip back upwards. And let's just go ahead and throw up, bear with me 1 second here. I'm going to go down to like a 6 hour chart. Okay. So, well, this completely changed what I was about to propose, but it's okay. So I do think that, the next couple days are going to be very important for CKB to maintain these levels. We clearly at this point possibly have this bull flag that could be happening. And so this is exciting stuff. So I think I will go ahead and end the video right now, but big shout out to all the veterans wherever you're at. I'm surely happy to have you here. That's for sure. And I do appreciate everything that you have done for our country. Also, it's important for others to recognize leaders and veterans of their own nations as well. So with that said, folks, I'm going to end the video. Big shout out to all the Patreons. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. $3 a month will get your name, YouTube channel name, or business name up on this channel. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. Going live with Crypto Airborne here in about 3.5 hours. We'll see you then.